Hello, squirrels. Today's guest on Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town, is Donna Garrison. Maysville wife, mother, and musician, this former city employee will share her love of the small town life and the memories she's made along the way. From finding your dream home, to raising your children, to being fully booked as a performer, we are so excited for you to meet Donna Garrison.
Also, don't forget to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Blind Squirrel Talk and on X at Blind Squirrel PC. If you enjoy the show, please remember to leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Plus, if you write us a review there or leave us a comment on Spotify or YouTube, we'll read it out on a future episode of the show.
Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
I'm Donna Garrison.
And we're going to have a great show for you today because Donna is, I don't know, you're Miss Maysville. Yeah.
I don't know
How long
about
have you
that.
been here?
A little over 20 years.
Wow, you're in Maysville,
Mark,
for sure.
Mark was born and raised here, but we bought our house a little over 20 years ago.
And where'd you come from?
I was from Commerce, but we lived in Tennessee for 10 years and then moved back.
Okay. So you must love it, I guess, if you were
We
drawn
do
back.
love it, yeah.
What do you love about it?
Just the people in the area, not much traffic. Of course, it's getting worse every day, but I don't know, it's just laid back and slow and easy paced, and I guess that's what I love the most about it. And it just feels like home.
That's nice. You have a great house too. I love
Thank
your
you.
place.
We love our house.
Yeah.
How did you find your house? And what was it like when you got it? And did you have to fix it? Tell us the whole house story.
Yeah, we lived outside Maysville, so we would come by. You could barely see it because the bushes were grown up so high that you couldn't see the porch. And Miss Short was living there, and she passed away. And so they put a sign in the yard that said house for sale. And I told Mark, I said, let's just check on it just to see, what they're asking for. And I mean, the price was right, but it was in really, really bad shape. It had not had anything done to it since the 50s. Had to have new heat and air, new electric, new plumbing. We had to gut the bathroom and the kitchen, pull the carpet that was off the floor and sand about down 7 layers of paint. And we had to completely remodel it. So it was a job. And we did do it ourselves with some help from our friends. So yeah, so it was
That's
a process.
a way to save money.
Yeah.
It's expensive to renovate.
It is.
That's awesome.
It's
definitely
beautiful. Every time her house is on the main drag, and every time I drive by, I always look. It's just so pretty, and the front porch is so inviting.
Thank you. We live on the front porch.
Yeah.
We're out there every night.
We need to have more porch
parties.
parties or front porch sitting, or what is it Dr. Bob says?
Front porch sitting.
Yep. I mean, it's make things better if people communicated instead of texting all the time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Okay, so did you raise your kids in this house, or?
We did. Seth, our youngest, was 6 when we moved in.
Okay.
And Amber was 18, so she was right about to move out. Right after that she did. But basically, yeah, we raised our kids.
Do they
there.
stay around here now that they're grown?
Amber lives in Commerce. Hannah lives in Dahlonega. Seth is in Nashville, and Matthew's in Tallahassee. So.
Wow.
You look so great for having 4 kids.
Oh, thank you.
4 adult kids.
I survived.
That's saying something these days.
So tell us about your time in Nashville.
Well, we loved it up there. I mean, I really thought we would stay in that area because we just loved it. But Mark, after his grandpa passed away, he kind of wanted to come home. So we headed back down this way. But, it was back then, Nashville was not like it is now. It was really more like Athens. I mean, not a lot of traffic, not a lot of people. Easy to get in and out of. Now it's like New York City. Yeah, it's a lot different. But we lived in Lebanon, which is about 30 minutes out.
That's where my in-laws lived when they were there.
Really?
My father-in-law worked for the pipeline. They loved it.
Yeah,
they really did not want to come back.
Yeah, Tennessee's a great state. My sister moved up, and she's still there. She's in Portland, so.
Nice.
Yeah, she loves
Well, we're glad you're here and not there.
Yes.
So I want to hear a little bit about your music and your husband and what you do with him.
Well,
as far as music goes.
Well, Mark has been a musician his entire life, so he's always played. And all of our kids play. They just naturally got it from him. And when COVID hit a few years back, I had never played. I did play drums in the high school band, but I'd never played. And my son was going to sell his bass, or one of them, and I said, well, just let me buy it, and it'll be at the house, and when y'all come over, you can play. And the same day, a neighbor showed up with a bass amp for sale. And I told Mark Rod, I said, maybe you should teach me to play. And so he did. And now we're playing every weekend. We're booked from now
You're
through
famous.
the end of December. I don't know about famous, but it's fun. We're having a good time.
I love it.
You know, he's in a lot of other bands too, but we have a good time. And we practice every night just about.
I love the band that played
that's
for
nice.
the 70s get together. That
Oh,
was,
yeah,
we
that
have to
was-
do that again. Cause
That was a lot of
fun.
fun. Yeah,
was
that's
fun.
probably my favorite group out of the ones that, you know, he plays with.
Yeah.
And your daughter has a gorgeous voice. My gosh.
Thank you.
Oh.
She gets that from him.
Now, what was it like to take up an instrument later in life? I mean, you played in high school, but I mean, was
You
it
know, it
hard?
was-
How long did it take you to catch on to that?
It took me a while, and I'm still learning. I mean, I'm still working on it. There's a lot. I mean, you can play for years. I mean, Mark's been playing since he was 8, and you know, I've been playing like a little over 3 years. So I mean, I have to
You'd
really
never know
work
that.
at it.
I've
Thanks.
seen
I
you
know.
guys. You'd never know it. I'm
Thanks.
so impressed.
Thank you. But it's been fun, and it's, you know, now that the kids are out of the house, it's something that we both enjoy that we can do together. So, you know.
It's hard when you get older. I mean, I'm in that situation with my kids all gone, and you know, what do we do? All we've done
Yeah.
is raise kids. I mean,
Yeah.
do we have anything in common anymore?
if we weren't doing this, I would be going crazy because I'm a busy person. I like to be up doing things like all the time, and I would be going nuts without something to do
Yeah.
constantly.
That's
Yeah.
well. Well, we look forward to seeing you when we get the
Thank you.
opportunity. It's great. I mean, I'm so impressed, especially that you're basically a newbie. Yeah, you would never
you would
know.
never know that. No.
Thanks. I
No.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
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 So you practice every night
We do.
on the porch?
Well, sometimes, but most of the time inside because it's an electric bass, so I have to plug it up.
I'm sure the neighbors like
We
that.
should. We need to do like a porch fest here in Maysville.
I would love to do that. We've talked about it several times.
We've got a lot
Got
of
the
good
porches.
porches.
Yeah.
Porches, we have the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually participated in one in Jefferson. Like we did that the last 2 years.
Do you
And
know
it's
the one
fun.
in Athens last time we went and saw a friend's son and his band, and there were 260 bands.
Wow.
260
That's incredible.
bands at Porch Fest all over the city.
Athens,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's grown every year. But cool.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Yeah. Well, can
Put
we
it together.
Yes.
I solicit you to do that. Yeah.
In your spare time.
Yeah, in all your spare time.
So what? So you obviously have grandchildren too. Are they musically inclined?
Barrett, the oldest one, he's 14. He's not really into it yet. Well, I take that back. He's playing drums in school in the
Nice.
band, so he's doing that. And then Connor, I think he's going to really pick it up because he
Nice.
loves music. He sings. They're both into the Beatles right now, which is
I love it.
awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes.
And how did
So
that
that's
happen?
Barrett just kind of, I guess he heard some songs and then he just kind of got, really into it. And then, of course, with, Connor being the little brother, he follows whatever Barrett does. But
Right.
he knows all the words to just about every song, which is crazy.
You
He's
need to
6.
take them to see Abbey Road. They play.
I know.
They're
I'd
good.
love to do that. Are they?
Yeah. We've seen them at the Georgia Theater a couple of times, and if you closed your eyes, you really wouldn't know it wasn't the Beatles.
Wow.
They're
I'll have
good.
to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They play pretty regular, I would say, 5 or 6 times a year in Athens.
So you were in Nashville. When was the first time? Well, no, you were in Commerce too. So when was the first time you came to the Maysville Festival?
Oh my gosh.
How old were you?
I honestly don't remember coming to it growing up. I know Mark was involved in it a lot, but I think like we were actually living in Tennessee and came back because they were playing at the festival.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I was already, we were already married
Oh, okay.
before. But I've heard, my friends talk about what it was like in the beginning. How it was more arts and that kind of
handmade
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing from
Yeah.
China.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we kind of, when I worked with Kay, who had the Burns Telford House, we put together an art show one year. And we had true artists. I mean, we had like 35 booths. All the artists said they did, great with their sales. And it was like true art, like really good.
We need to do that
handmade art.
again.
Now, where did you hold the art show?
We did it
down
in
here
Kay's
Veterans
front
Park?
yard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we had them set up on my side in her front yard and around on the other side.
Oh, but that was
Yeah,
so nice.
it was really nice.
So
And
you
we had
had,
food
like,
and
oil paintings and or
yeah,
was it?
yeah. It was all kind of artwork, pottery.
Oh.
One guy made kaleidoscopes. I mean, it was
cool.
really good stuff. Yeah.
We need to do that
Yeah.
again. We
We
need to
will.
get back to the.
We can resurrect that. You've got a lot you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I think it would be fun
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, it'd be a different type of different type of art.
Yeah.
Right.
Or wares.
Yeah.
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 And there's a place for both kinds.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
Well,
corn dogs
we've
and
talked to a
caviar.
few people that have fond memories of the festival, like having their first kiss at the dance party at the end. What the street dance?
Yeah, that was Amanda.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
First
that's
kiss.
true.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I came up here, and I was still living in Athens. I just thought, wow, this is so cool. It just brought me back to like my being younger,
Yeah.
and having a great time. My youngest daughter was probably 15 at the
15.
time, and she actually made the comment. She said, "Mom, it was so fun because I got to be free but safe." And I thought, oh my God,
Well, that's like, we would let the kids, I mean, they were teenagers at that point, they would walk up by themselves and hang out. And of course, that was great for them. They loved doing
Yeah,
that.
freedom.
So, yeah, and we didn't worry about them because we were just right down the street. So, yeah,
I can't wait for sidewalks.
I know.
Be easier for me to get there too.
Yeah, coming soon, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
they're starting work on that on September 2nd this year. So it'll take a while.
It'll take a while, yeah.
But it's at least
So they're coming down from the park this way?
they're on the same side as the park, which will be the side I live on all the way to City Hall.
Okay.
And we've asked them to extend it across the railroad track because they were going to stop at City Hall.
Oh no, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, why? Because there's no easy way to cross that.
No, there's
and
not.
We need that.
So they will.
They said they would.
Good.
That's awesome.
Good.
Yeah, with a grant, 80-20 grant. City only has to pay 20%.
Wow.
We need to get sidewalks everywhere.
We do. But, it increases property value, encourages healthy, lifestyle because you're going to tend to walk. I mean, I would walk to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
But I don't want to because it's dangerous. That road right now.
Yeah, I've had to ditch dive a few times.
Yeah. But okay, tell us what you've already told us what you love about Maysville, but what would you like to see here in Maysville?
I would like to see the buildings that we have being utilized for shops, restaurants. I don't think anybody wants big businesses to come in, or we don't want any,
Chains.
growth or chain like that. But as far as, just shops and local businesses that we can support, I mean, I would love to see that.
I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
And I think now that we have alcohol and we're stepping into the next century, that it's possible because the restaurants, I mean, it's almost impossible for restaurants to make it without alcohol sales.
Exactly. I mean,
So
I think that's
we're-
a big chunk. I
yeah.
think it's like 40% of their revenue, if I understand correctly.
I don't know.
Well, food is so expensive now that it's hard for them to make it,
Right,
without.
their profit margins
Yeah.
small.
And every restaurant we've ever had here has been here a short period and then left. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
Well, it'd be great to be able to walk from your house to stop off at the candle shop, and then go have something to eat, and then mosey down to the ice cream store, and then have your ice cream, and then go get some new pair of earrings, and I mean, just
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
yeah. Talk to the neighbors on your, talk to people throughout the town.
Yeah.
I saw a lady yesterday, and she said that she'd lived for 35 years. I had never seen her.
Oh yeah, I don't know a lot of people. I mean, I know our little group,
Right.
but I don't know a lot of. There were a lot of people at that town hall meeting that I'd never seen
Me
before.
too. Me too. And I still in council meetings, some people show up and I don't know who they are. I mean, I'm happy to
Yeah.
see that, but
You just don't.
I've
know.
never seen
Yeah.
them ever.
But I think it's because we don't have the opportunity to interact.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The only time that you see people is when there's a meeting.
Yeah.
And usually, you've got this side of the table and this side of the table. That's not the time to meet. We all need to meet when we can just
Yeah.
meet.
Yep.
have fun, enjoy each other.
Put politics aside.
Yeah.
I know. I would like to see more community involvement.
Me
You
too.
know, people. You know, like you said, getting out and talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And sidewalks do that. I mean, they really do.
They do. They do. There are studies. You can find hundreds of studies. It's just such a benefit.
But we're getting a sidewalk now. Mm-hmm. I saw the DOT down there just the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
We cannot get a stoplight, but we can get a 3-way stop, which will help, I think.
Right here at the. You know, there was one once.
I know. I think.
What happened
knocked
to it?
Mark ran into it, and knocked
Let's
it
hear
down.
that story.
I don't know the whole story, but I know that he was driving a truck and he knocked it down.
Oops.
And they never put it back up after that.
Wow.
That's interesting.
It is, because you would think that would immediately go back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go figure. Go figure. All right. So when can we see you again? And are you playing regularly at 1818? Because I've seen.
We are playing there about once a month.
Okay.
We are playing at Kaya Vineyard this Friday.
Tell me where Kaya is.
They have a Dahlonega address, but they're really just outside of Cleveland.
Okay.
And it's a great place. I mean, it's the open air patio, beautiful, good wine.
Nice.
We like it.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're playing there. We're called Rail Town, hence because we live in a rail town. It used to be a rail town. I was reading this morning about the history of Maysville, and it said that there were 18,000 bales of cotton every fall that was shipped out by train.
Wow.
18,000 bales.
18,000.
And that there was a passenger train that ran from Lula to Athens. So it came through Maysville. So it really was a rail town,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
But
Well, it
that's
still
what
is a rail town.
it is.
Just
There's just
hauling
not-
cars back
Yeah.
and forth.
I'd love to see it be more what it was years ago. I mean, apparently there were 3 grocery stores at
Yeah.
one time. Was that during your time?
No.
No.
No. I don't remember it any way other than the way it is now.
Oh, wow.
Mark does, you know,
Yeah.
because he grew up here. But
Did you ever eat at went with Sarah's restaurant
Yes.
downstairs? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was the Fish House?
Fish
Or
House
is that-
before that, I think. And were you here when the barbecue place was here?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's changed, but it's gonna get better. It is.
I hope the
It's-
couple of restaurants we have will continue to succeed or start succeeding, and we get some more. I'm hopeful. And I would love to see a brewery here.
I would too.
I was kind of hoping whoever bought the church would
do that,
It's
yeah.
a perfect place.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That was a lightning strike. That was a lightning strike.
But I mean that's a draw. I mean, whether you drink or not, it's a draw.
Yeah, it is.
And
they do so many like community-based things, like they do trivia night, and the one in Commerce they have trivia one night, they have a poker night, they had a cornhole tournaments that came in. So they try to do something every night they're open to draw business in.
nice.
Yeah.
See, we could do that.
And I mean, kids come. People bring their kids, and they have board games for them to play, and you know.
I love that.
Wow. Well, when y'all see Donna and Mark on their front porch playing music, feel free to stop, talk to them.
We're so glad you came by. I
Thank
missed
you.
you. I haven't seen you in
Thanks,
a
I know.
gazillion.
I know.
months. Maybe soon.
Yes. And thank you for sharing all
You're
that.
welcome.
That's what makes Maysville is people like you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all for tuning in to yet another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk. We appreciate you being here today, Donna, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Go out and see Railtown.
Yeah, go see Railtown. Look them up on the
Thanks.
internet. Bye, y'all.